We are subjecting the video to forensic analysis to see whether there were two kinds of scenario: the Chibok girl scenario and the bad guy in an army camouflage scenario. So the police forensic department are subjecting the video to serious forensic analysis, and I think we will soon come up with our own opinion. But in all, the police and other service agencies are doing a lot to collaborate to ensure that there is peace in the Northeast.
What is the role of the police currently as we speak in the Northeast? We do recall that at some point they asked that police stations be reopened in the Northeast.
Yes, and you recall too, the IG, just after a few weeks of his assumption of duty, visited the Northeast to assess the situation. When liberated areas are cleared by the army, the police takes over to ensure civil authority. That's what we are doing. The army takes to ensure that the place is liberated, the police takes over and facilitate the establishment of civil authority. And we're there. We're also in the forefront of the war, fighting.
You're also fighting?
Of course we are fighting. If a place is liberated, you don't expect the miscreants or the insurgents will also come out and will fight.
Can you tell us, as an aside, though, we'll still talk about the Northeast and the police's role in that area, but tell us quickly, are checkpoints back on the road?
No checkpoints. You see, there's a palpable confusion as to stop and search and roadblock. What you have on the road is stop and search, and it's a strategy for crime reduction. It's called hardening the target. So people, because there's this inherited prejudice, as when you see a policeman on the road, you say it's roadblock. Those are not roadblocks. When you have roadblocks, is when you have the road completely blocked. That's roadblock. But what you have today is stop and search. And stop and search is a veritable tool for crime reduction. It's a strategy, and it works all over the world.
I do recall that, under the last IG, we did have police patrol vehicles, parked at strategic point. I recall traveling, for instance, all the way from Lagos to Abuja by road, and I could count how many patrol vehicles I saw along the road and how many times they were stopped. You did see police presence, but right now, what you seem to have are police stop checkpoints, the same roadblocks that we used to have. There are a lot more nowadays.
No, I don't think I don't know your experience, but from the standpoint of the policing, there's a paradigm shift. One, the vehicles are still there. The vehicles are still there.
But there is some shift from what under the last IG.
You see, in strategy, when you plan crime prevention, it has to do with the level of crime available, or the level of crime that is subsisting. What do you do? So the vehicles are still there. There are even more vehicles on the road. Take, for instance, the Kaduna Abuja roads. The IG has put in place what we call the maximum security outfit. We have deployed technical platforms. We have employed ICT in crime prevention now.
ICT along Abuja Kaduna road?
Yes, a platform. You will not know. But we are using a lot of ICT in crime prevention now. And the IGs intend to spread this ICT all over the country. That's why you see the successes we're recording in rescues and arresting kidnapped for ransom suspects. So the vehicles are there. But the vehicles are mobile. When I mean mobile, they are moving from one point to the other. Because if you make them static, there's a likelihood that the criminal know that you are there.
Is that a continuation of what we saw under the last Inspector General, or is there some innovation that has been added?
There's some innovation, okay. But policing is a continuum. You see, it's an innovation. The policing is institutional. It's not individualistic. So it's a continuation, and it's an improvement. One, there's improvement in the response rate. There's improvement in clearance rate. What do I mean by clearance rate? The ability, the capability of the police to detect crime, to arrest suspects. That's what they call the clearance rate. So there's increase. And the IG tends to do more.
Gentlemen.
Yes, indeed. Pardon me. I'd like to take the PRO back to this the PDP convention case, because there's so many questions, just trying to sort it out before you go. If you say that there are conflicting judgments, because many kind of raise an eyebrow, can the police actually declare that there are conflicting court judgments? And if the police is confused about this matter, did you seek clarification from the Attorney General and Minister of Justice? Because some will tell you, especially when the court order you say you're obeying didn't come first.
You see, the process of seeking, of course, the Attorney General is the number one law officer of the country. You must seek clearance from him. But like I said earlier, if you were to seek clearance, or you are proactive to ensure that there's you don't have crisis in your hands, so certainly we will work in tandem with the Attorney General of the Federation and Attorney General of all states of the Federation. But in this circumstance, we have to be proactive. In this circumstance, we must ensure there's the protection of life and property. In this circumstance, you must know how volatile politics is in this country. People have lost their life, both policemen, servicemen have lost their life in an effort to ensure that we have a good polity. And the IG, within the principles of democratic policing, the police is the leader organization. The police facilitates democracy. We process democracy. So we are on the top of our job. We must ensure that things are done properly and according to the rule of law. In a situation where you have a court order, one in Port Harcourt, one in Abuja, don't forget the police is a federal system. It's a federal system, so you must act quickly. So you don't have
if I may come in here
in your hands. Exactly, that is what the police is doing.
Okay, it's good that the police is going about its duties responsibly and proactively too. But how can the police do this so that both parties are satisfied? There are two court judgments. One says go ahead, one says don't go ahead. And the police goes ahead to seal the venue of the one that says go ahead. How can you work it out so that the two parties are satisfied? Because some will say this is a recipe for trouble.
You see, you have to do what is needful at the point that you have assessed the situation and take action quickly. And at the end of the day, it's about talking. The warring parties need to resolve follow a due process to resolve their issues, and that is the court. So in this circumstance, as a law enforcement officer, what do? You ensure that you have maybe a superior court order.
Okay, let me bring in this quickly because we need to go.
It's not about taking a side. It's not that, one court says you should go ahead, one court says you should not go ahead.
Okay, so tell us, we need to wrap up this. In other words, the police will not allow the convention hold in Port Harcourt.
No. When you said that, you are importing.
No, tell us in plain language. Will the police allow the convention hold? Yes or no?
Peace within peace and no.
It's a yes or no. We need to go on break. Will the police?
Yes or no, Chamberlain. It's the issue of. No, you don't import words into my mouth.
Yeah, but the thing is it feasible? If the police has sealed the place, is it possible for them to hold their convention today?
No, if in the next 1 hour or two, we have another court order that appears to
another court order? You're going to wait for another court order? I thought you said a resolution.
No. You see, the two parties have to resolve. And once the police get what is subsisting, we take action. We're there for every Nigerian. We're there for everybody. But you see, we're the first responder when there's crisis. And when you are the first responder, you must be proactive. And that's the issue.
DCP Awuna, we have to thank you so much for coming on Sunrise Daily. We've been speaking with the Force Public Relations Officer, DCP Awuna. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Take a break now. Sunrise Daily will be back shortly. You join us again.